Good day to all our friends around the world, and welcome to those that are here for the first time. Join us for another fascinating story being told by the Crime Unfiltered team. Meet 31-year-old Zimbabwean national Zanda Moyo. He is the 9th accused in the Thabo Bester saga. According to a forensic investigator, Zanda Moyo is originally from Bulawayo, and an expired work permit indicates that he has been in South Africa since 2011 on record with the Ministry of Home Affairs. 3 more people have been added to the list of alleged accomplices who helped Thabo Bester escape from custody in the early hours of the 3rd of May 2022. During their brief appearance in the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court, Thabang Meer was granted 10,000 rands bail, while Joel Makita and Moeketsi Ramalula will return to court on the 11th of July for their formal bail application. The trio's arrest last week brings the number of people on trial for Thabo Bester's escape to 12. While most of the accused individuals so far are former and suspended G4S employees, the deregistered Dr. Nandipa, her father, the retired teacher Mr. Zolail Sekaleni, and Zanda Moyo are the 3 who are not part of the staff of the privately run prison. They are in the friends and family category of this impudent lack of respect for the law bandwagon. Zanda Moyo is said to have been in Dr. Nandipa's life since approximately 2017, when she allegedly separated from her husband and took up with inmate Thabo Bester at Mangang prison. It has been speculated that Dr. Nandipa was allegedly driven to commit crime by the desperate need to have quick fame and fortune, largely by the prowess for financial fraud she already knew Thabo Bester possessed from her varsity days. They allegedly were romantically involved and allegedly an assistant to Bester in scouting and scamming naive, young and inexperienced wannabe models before he was jailed for life for ending the life of Nomfundo Tiulu in Cape Town and the aggravated assault of 2 women in Durban, all in 2011. Nandipa, having decided to allegedly rekindle their relationship and business arrangement this time, they broke their own record on their crime spree and have now reached new heights, having earned themselves free accommodation at the local prison courtesy of the Ministry of Justice and Correctional Services of South Africa. We can only hope it will be for a long time, commensurate to the devastation and financial plunder they unleashed on the country and, in some reported cases, internationally. Zanda Moyo is alleged to have had numerous roles, including nail technician at the celebrity Dr. Nandipa's aesthetics practice in Sandton. Other roles mentioned include, but appears to have not been limited to, being their gardener and driver. It is believed that as the scam grew bigger, he transitioned into the role of personal assistant of sorts and was the crooked duo's confidant, and he carried out all manner of errands as their courier and messenger for all their illegal activities, fully managed on the outside by Dr. Nandipa Magudumana, while Thabo Bester was the captain of the fraudulent and lucrative operation inside the walls of the high-security prison, where he was serving a life sentence and still managed to video chat with clients pretending to be one of his many aliases and living in New York, and living the million-dollar lifestyle as a very successful CEO of several international companies. The findings from an investigation led by Newsroom Africa showed that prior to 2017, when Dr. Nandipa reconnected with her former lover, Thabo Bester had a very miserable existence, and his profile was only lifted when Dr. Nandipa came to his aid, and this was when they came up with a mutually beneficial agreement. She would have provided the money to get started with bankrolling prison staff to facilitate the beginnings of the operation, and once the gravy train was on track and Bester had the tools, Bester would then apply his evil genius on all the events that we now know all too well and has caused international embarrassment for the South African government and the many celebrities and high flyers of the South African landscape, which, according to Dr. Pesci, includes other doctors who wish to stay hidden, fearing retribution by the public. However, it is just a matter of time before most will be revealed, like infamous Dr. Pashi, who is facing a public relations nightmare because of putting her trust in Dr. Nandipa and Thabo Bester's business ventures that apparently included claims of having close ties to Oprah Winfrey. A recent example of revelations to come is Dr. Pashi, who stated in a recent TV interview with SABC's Criselda Lewis. You can find the interview and our reaction in our playlist on this channel. She revealed that her famous passports were picked from her office by Zanda Moyo and delivered to Dr. Nandipa for the purpose of arranging a working visa for the US on her behalf. As Bester and Dr. Nandipa Magudumana's driver, Zimbabwean citizen Zanda Moyo allegedly was invited to stay at the infamous lavish 12 million rand Hyde Park mansion, given he was part of their inner circle at one stage. given they run a 24-hour fraud empire that was alleged to be in several time zones, and Xander living with his employers would have allowed for ease of access to his labor. He is also alleged to have been Dr. Nandipa's chauffeur to all their illegal business locations, which included hundreds of visits to the Mangang prison to see the scammer-in-chief. They traveled to Cape Town and Botswana, where the fraudulent couple claimed to have property, and more is yet to be uncovered and may be revealed on the 8th of August when the trial begins. The 31-year-old Zimbabwean is also alleged to be the same person who helped Dr. Nandipa Magudumana to claim the body of Katlego Bereng National District Hospital in Bloemfontein mortuary, pretending to be his brother. Xander Moyo had lied to mortuary staff that Bereng was a Zimbabwean taxi driver named Temba Moyo, his brother. It is alleged that the accused lied that Dr. Nandi Magudumana was helping him with the burial arrangements. After claiming the body from mortuary, they held a disguised funeral service and buried bags of mealie meal, while the corpse was sneaked into Thabo Bester's prison cell, allegedly by Senyohe Matsuara, not forgetting the additional support of the many either on bail or in custody, and many more yet to be apprehended. It was further revealed by the media investigator that Xander Moyo later had a falling out with the crooked duo as he started to blackmail them to increase his pay, given he knew that Thabo Bester had escaped and he knew where all the bodies are buried. Since then, it has been established that the body belongs to Katlego Bereng, who vanished in March 2022, 2 months before Bester's audacious escape. Moyo was apprehended on Sunday morning on the 11th of June in Johannesburg during a sting operation with crime intelligence, according to Brigadier Athlenda Mata, a spokesperson for the National Police. The Zimbabwean national briefly appeared in the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court on 14th of June, where he was charged with violating a corpse, fraud and harboring and concealing an escaped offender. Xander Moyo has currently abandoned his bid to apply for bail. Moyo, who was unrepresented in court, stated that he must first consult with his family before determining whether to receive legal assistance or paid defense. Magistrate Mololo Kabisi allowed him to contact his family to resolve the matter, and he also stated that a Ndebele-speaking interpreter will be required to ensure that Xander Moyo understands the court proceedings. The National Prosecuting Authority spokesperson told the media that they had checked his information and they could confirm that Xander Moyo is a documented immigrant. This Thabo Bester scandal has exposed how a lot of people were involved in this saga. It was a well-calculated plan that had to involve numerous role players and high-ranking ones as well for a well-calculated plan to be executed from a supposedly highly mechanized prison that was supposed to be escape-proof. It has not been ruled out that police will make additional arrests by the next court date of the 8th of August 2023. 3 weeks ago, the Bloemfontein Magistrates Court rejected bail for the other defendants, former G4S workers Senyohe Matsuara, Buti Masukela, Tieho Franz Makotsa, and integration CCTV technician Tebuho James Lefolo. Except for Buti Masukela, they had each filed an appeal for their bail applications with the High Court. All three were granted bail of 10,000 rands each on 5th of June 2023. It is undisputed that Dr. Nandipa's celebrity persona, highly skilled doctor and surgeon, gave credence to Thabo Bester's shenanigans as she served the many South Africans who believed in her brand on a platter for Thabo Bester to be financially butchered. So far, 12 people have been arrested and more arrests are also expected. We feel that there are more massive revelations to be heard as the trial begins on the 8th of August 2023. On behalf of the team at Crime Unfiltered, thank you for watching till the end. Remember that Ubuntu is an essential human virtue to possess. Please take care of one another. Please subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on more fascinating content we upload for you on a weekly basis.